The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Fly motherfucker named Mellroz, big shape heroes. He went from nothing to something, niggas keep frontin'. Play in the background, hop on the whack rappers, put this shit back down. Mellroz and he back now. He ain't ever been nowhere, but he back now. Like nigga what? Play in the background, hop on the whack rappers, put this shit back down. Everyone wonder what's going on tonight. I call my homie, man. I got dips on D-neck. Pick up, nigga. Pick up. This nigga did fuck it, nigga. Pick up. Jumping on my whip, phone on flip. Shit about to start buzzing before I leave my hip. Hello, what's up? Now I'm headed to the club. I got a bunch of bitches with me, they all want to buzz. I got two on each arm, chain with no charm. Shake a nigga hand, $100 a palm. Full of toolie on me, I'm feeling kinda pockets. Liquor in her throat, yeah, that's a rock, bitch. I stand on tables so I can feel taller like. Y'all niggas stole money to feel baller. I don't dance, I clap. Bitches get low, models on my bottle. They scraping the dollars off the flow. Here we go, bump and blow. Shit about to get stupid, you already know. It's a birthday, I'm about to take flight. It's a party, I'ma let you rock the mic. I'ma let you rock the mic. Best night of your life, baby, rock the mic. I'ma let you rock the mic. Say, I'ma let you rock the mic. Best night of your life, get your shit right. Yeah, I'ma let you rock the mic. Say, I'ma let you rock the mic. The best night of your life, baby, rock the mic.
Word up. Good morning, everybody. You are rocking with the 3.5 Kings. We want to say peace and blessings this beautiful Monday morning.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, Kings, how y'all feeling today?
Good, wonderful.
Got a special guest today. No one other than my main man, Mr. Brian E. Sibley.
Absolutely. What's going on, world?
Everything's good, man. Shout out to, come on, man. Introduce yourself, fellas. You know the routine.
I'm Mouzy. Easy.
Hey, Mr. Uncutt. Mr. Uncutt. Gotta whisper. We have to whisper his name. Mr. Whisper Uncut. I don't know why we whispering. No white people around. No nigga. Brothers love to whisper when
talking in code.
Hey, you good, you know.
Right.
You don't want his ear. What's up, man? How y'all feeling?
Man, good. Great.
Yeah.
Good
Wonderful. Had a great week like me?
Of course. Absolutely.
Had a great week.
Period.
Yeah, period.
Great
Busy
week.
equals good.
I mean, weekend recap, man. Somebody want to talk about how wonderful their weekend was?
I mean, I could start. I was alongside with Mr. Sibley this weekend, and we did this event at, what was it, Pasadena City College?
Pasadena City College.
We it was a male summit, and I was the photographer for the event, basically.
Put them kings in position, man.
Yeah.
That's what you do, man. Give him a camera, call him a photographer.
Yeah.
No. Hire this man.
Hire me.
This ain't a hobby, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very talented guy. What about you, Mr. Uncut?
Finished Aaron's season. Went out to the game.
Did they win?
They did. Yeah, they won. They won. They dubbed them. Aaron got a pick to finish the game off. Yeah, so it's lit.
Okay, you got a pick?
Yeah, he got a pick.
Shout out Aaron with
Fourth
the
quarter type.
INT on him, huh?
Dub. Shout out for the dub.
I mess with that heavy.
Yeah.
How was your weekend, Pops?
My weekend was great, man. I had the opportunity to go support my ex-wife, Sean, in opening up her beauty salon, Beauty Supply. Yes.
I was there too, actually.
Yeah.
I took pictures out there too.
Wow.
Went there like a real one. Bought about $50 worth of things that I didn't need.
Gotta patronize, man.
Things that I already had, just to be a real one.
Absolutely.
And I will say, shout out to For the Culture Beauty. Very reasonably priced. I was surprised going into it because, you know, we got that stigma when you do business with your people. For some reason, we like to charge a lot more than the next man. Mm-hmm. And I would say all of their items were price compatible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, shout out For the Culture Beauty, Culver City, y'all check that out. Go support them, man. They're gonna do a great work over there.
And I'm a do my due diligence, hop in the whip, and I'm over there. I didn't make the grand opening.
You got to, man. Now you got to buy $100 worth of stuff.
But I'm gonna be there for sure.
For sure.
For sure. What's up? You looking at me?
I didn't
Come
know
on, man. You was in the loop.
I didn't know I was going until.
Yeah, till we showed
day.
up at the shop. And Pops wasn't there, so I had to run him over there.
He
real
hit
quick.
me with it like we just hit you with it.
Wow.
As surprised you was, I was like,
It's your
he's not
mama.
here?
What you mean? It's your mama.
He's not here.
It's your mama.
It's not.
It is my
You
mama.
need to support your mama, man.
I was working, man. I
But
came
yeah.
back thinking I was finna work some more. No,
Crazy, man.
but I did.
Shout out to all the kids over there at Pasadena City College,
Yes,
man.
sir.
They definitely
actually
were
a really
empowered
good
and enlightened by me, myself, and I, and we ran a workshop geared toward personal development, mastering the system, not just life, adversity, critical thinking, decision making, and also we touched on a few of the topics that have to deal with entrepreneurship as well. And shout out to Larchmont Charter basketball team. I'm about to hit their game today, man. The kids were so impacted, man. They were like, yo, you got to come to our game. You get what I'm saying?
Word.
So the relationship just didn't stop in the classroom, man, and that's how you know you did a good job.
Well, I'm gonna take you back just a little bit. How I met this brother. I was downtown shopping in the alley about. I was
2013, baby.
there about 5 years ago. He was running to be the first
First ever face of Men's Fashion Week LA.
black face, but not
Face at all.
Okay, face. First face. Stopped me in the alley. He's like, look, I need you to do this little petition for me. I'm like, all right, I got you. He's like, nah, break out your phone right now. I'm going to need that right now.
Every vote count, man.
Every vote count. We sat there, right there, did it, and we've been rocking ever since, man.
I won, by the way,
and
y'all.
he did win.
Yeah,
And he
2013.
did win.
Yeah,
He
for sure.
did win.
Yeah.
And I know why he
Real
won,
talk.
because it was that kind of persistence. He didn't let nobody get by him with the mere, I'm going to do it later. It was like, no, we can do it right now. You got your phone? I got my phone.
2 seconds, man.
Man, and
2
it
seconds.
happened. So, you know what I'm saying? This brother is one of the real ones that's out here actually putting in the work, and I'm seeing him grinding, and I'm seeing him elevate himself. I've had the opportunity to offer him speaking engagements in weird places like comedy shows. Like, you know what? I got action. You know what I mean? I put everybody else up.
Right.
Go ahead, man. Give them 5 minutes of some lecture. You know, people get up. People think about to do comedy, and he just going to a powerful motivational speaking engagement. Like, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah, always prepared.
so talk about Men's Fashion Week, man. Let's go. Let's go back there, man.
2013, man, it was hard. It was 250 male competitors that I beat out. The fulfilling part of it was that I'm not even from LA.
Right.
I wasn't born here. I knew nothing about it before I, got into the Navy. So it was a beautiful feeling, man. At that time, a little bit before that, I was homeless. So for that opportunity to, spring about on its own, I mean, it just goes to the testament of God and how everything works for you.
You had to hear him explaining it when I was in the car. Like, he was like, bro, like, I won LA Fashion Week, and I'm not even from LA.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah.
And
I couldn't even say nothing. I was like,
and you're from
Chicago.
Chicago.
From Chicago, South Side. Shout out 6149.
So tell us about Chicago. For people, I've never been to Chicago. You know what I'm saying? And I got homies that's from Chicago, and they like, Mel, if you come to Chicago, you're gonna change your whole life, your whole everything.
I mean, it's cool to me. I mean, by me being from there, but growing up, I mean, I didn't know it was rough until like second grade. I mean,
Wow, that's early.
yeah, that's
I didn't know.
I didn't know it's a kindergarten.
no, man, no.
That was early.
Second grade, because you're not expecting nobody to try to come put you on in the game. You get what I'm saying? Like second grade, it's real out there.
I
And
got
that's
put
just,
on first game. I think it was second grade.
That's just what happens, when you're in the city. So it's a bunch of real life crises out there. But Chicago is fun, man. It's a beautiful city. Everybody that I meet, they love the people, they love the food. They love the culture. They love the atmosphere. It's just, where I'm from, I have to tell them, look, it's not all that, So stay in the place that is beautiful, where the food is good, you know what I'm saying? And like, just to go, let me just go into it, right? So the best Harold's Chicken is actually in the hood. It's off 87th and Dan Ryan.
Facts.
But the people in the city that run it, they like, look, we can't have tourists going to the hood to get no chicken. So they put a Harold's downtown. You don't have to go past that Harold's to get the chicken. Stay in downtown. Because once you cross this, it's a different story. But Chicago, beautiful, man. Shout out Chicago.
But we not going to skip over this right here.
He really tried to slip that in there. That was regular. He said he got put on.
I was recruited heavily in the second grade, and the problem was I didn't pass the spelling test in the bathroom. That's what kind of disqualified me. They told me hit some dudes' names up on the wall. They was like put a little something, right? So I spelled it out. Little. The fool snatched the thing out of my hand and said, "Fool, that ain't how you spell it. It's Lil."
Oh, okay. Okay, makes sense now.
My credibility went down from the spelling bee.
Okay.
You said that.
Yeah, shout out to Chicago, man. And then most recently, we're going to jump now, 2018. They just honored me as 2018 Hero in the Hood by Chicago Crusader newspaper. You can check their publication. I'm in the paper with Chance the Rapper's mom alongside of her getting presented the award. So
Hero in the Hood.
Yeah, I'm a Hero in the Hood, Chicago, Chicago News Crusader newspaper.
Do we have something like that in L.A.? Hero in the Hood in L.A.?
I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of it either.
I've never heard of that. That's lit.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to start that. Heroes in the Hood.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
All right. I got a question, though. Who will be our first nominee? As the 3.5 Kings, who will be our first nominee for Hero in the Hood?
We would have to do some research.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to do a bunch of research, right? This publication, they've been following me for 4 years, man. And it's always been consistent, right? So it's not just when I go to Chicago. When I come back to L.A., they still following me, too. And
Facts.
everything is being put down like I'm saying it's going to be put down.
Facts.
And he is actually putting in the work. A lot of people out there claiming to do due diligence, and you're not. He is one of the guys that is out here pushing and striving for the kids, and that's important, man, because a lot of people, we stop giving back. Once we get to a certain point, we stop looking back, and this one of the brothers who's attempting to pull up all of the kids and motivate them and show them something different. Talk about the Navy, man. Today's Veterans Day, right?
Yeah, today is Veterans Day.
Man, salute to you, brother. Thank you for your service.
It was my honor. So the Navy, man, that was a conscious decision to lead a street life, and go to the Navy. I was already set to leave and everything, but once everything got to clicking in the streets, I was just, I was faced with a fork in the road, which is what we addressed at the summit. And basically, I just had to say, look, man, either you're going to become the biggest whatever, right? We ain't going to talk about what it was specifically. Are you going to become the biggest whatever, or are you going to go to the Navy and change everything around,
Okay.
And get everything legitimately these days.
When you went to the Navy, could you swim?
I could not. I thought I could swim until I got the boot camp, right? It's a different type of swimming that they teach you and train you for, right? Because you swimming in the ocean. We ain't swimming, at the neighborhood park pool. Like, it's totally different. Like, you are facing so many different currents because, you overseas somewhere, you know? And you're in the middle of nowhere. So, you better be able to swim and, protect your life, if
I
the
feel
ship
like
sets afire or something like that.
But I feel like I can't either. Like, I get tired real fast when I swim.
Yeah,
so I can do one lap and I'll be done.
Yeah, you can't swim, dude.
I can't.
No, so for instance, if you're on the ship, right, because you guys don't see us, right, we're on the ship, we have coveralls on, and if the ship gets on fire and you go down in the water, they actually teach you how to make your coveralls a flotation device.
Oh, yeah?
The object is to make it back home. See, people don't see all of this, when we're out in the water and things like that, but I'm open to talking about it, to anybody who asks me, for sure.
Okay.
I can't float either.
Survival
so I know
skills,
I can't
man.
Swim.
Yeah, that's lit.
I can't float.
Yeah. No, they'll teach you how to make your clothes.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, how people can tread water.
Tread the water.
I can't do that. Like, you put me in the middle.
You can't doggy paddle?
You don't have no stamina.
And I got to swim.
You don't have no stamina.
Yeah,
it takes stamina to just be able to and kick your legs.
But if it's life and death though, you're gonna have that stamina,
I will,
bro.
Of course.
You better have that.
Yeah, you
better.
You better have that. You better make it home.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What you talking about?
I'm gonna swim all the way.
His cause of death is
backstroke, all that.
All that. I'm doing all of them. But a regular day at the pool, I'm tired after 2-3 laps. Like I'm done. Actually,
He got a poodle paddle.
I don't.
You don't have a full dog paddle. You got a poodle paddle.
So, I don't know how you feel about this, but I think it's a great time and opportunity, especially with the brother being here to discuss this jar.
Yes, it is.
And the abolishment of the N-word on the show.
I will take. you want to take it over? Because I was the one who proposed this yesterday. Not yesterday, last week, because of my whole little rant. Now I had to pay $5 before I got in here.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
and I don't know if I'm really feeling the N-word jar anymore. I don't know if this is something that the 3.5 Kings should be
definitely
patronizing.
So. I think it's definitely something that we should be patronizing because, most importantly, we have to watch the way we speak when we're elevating in this game. And the N-word is one of the words that can turn somebody off of the podcast just because there's just too many of them. So we got to be conscious about it. And we've already made the commitment to donate this to our favorite charity, and it's already set in stone.
Well, first, I thought the charity was my glasses.
That's what
I thought that was
okay.
number one. Two, I want to propose a different meaning to the N-word. And I think that the audience, our audience, and the people that watch us has to understand who we are and what the N-word is used for on this show, particularly and how we use it in context.
We're kings.
We are.
Yeah,
It has nothing to do with it. It's just supplement words that all mean the same. Green, go forward, proceed.
So what would be a supplemental word for the N-word? What else could we use?
No, I'm saying we are.
So originally, before we started the podcast, him and I were discussing this, and now that you have broken down what this tip jar is for, or this this donation is for, it makes perfect sense, man. It makes perfect sense that it should be abolished off of this show. I think all of us, by being kings, we have such a vast array of vocabulary within ourselves that we don't have to use that.
There it is.
It's so fluent. I've been saying it for so long. It's almost like not saying it is it's a chore. It's a real chore.
So certain sponsorships that may hear this, right? That may be the life or death between them keeping this here. No, right? We're going to keep it here, right?
Yeah.
But them putting real sponsorship money behind this to increase the production and enhance the experience.
Facts.
If you want to go that way, then
right.
Because at the end of the day, we're looking to take this to a different level, and we want a lot of more people involved, and we want to be able to present this podcast to a major corporation and say, we need you to stand behind this. And as they play back the episodes, we want them to say, you know what, this is something that we can get behind, or they're going to say, you know what, it's just a little too edgy for us.
So is this word the only word that's abolished?
That's the only word.
Oh man, you're good, man. There's so many other
outside that you can say what the fuck you want.
Right, that's his favorite word.
Outside that's his favorite word. You can say what the fuck you want. But the N word, you cannot do that.
No, I'm cool with that. I'm cool. I'm totally cool with that. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I'm not like a regular guest, but I think that's a wise decision. It's an awesome idea for sure. Yeah.
If you go that route, there's nothing you can say.
Yeah, man, I'm hurt. Yeah. I really thought I had a good argument. Last week, I was like, no.
That's the best you did in preparing for a good argument.
No, I thought I did, and then
it's certain arguments. If you just go one way to them, hey, we're gonna do it for the kids, and we want the sponsors to be behind us.
We're not doing it for the kids.
It's nothing you can say.
We're not doing it for the kids. We're doing this for everybody.
So take, for instance, right, a company like Viacom, okay? Somebody hears this podcast or this interview, and they look at all of us, right? And they see people that they would like to be in affiliation with, right?
Who's Viacom?
Viacom is a major TV network.
Okay.
Nick Cannon is like an executive with Viacom.
Okay.
Right? Would you not like it if Viacom was back here along with Morris Media Studios? Right, and we're getting a check from Viacom.
Would love that.
Absolutely.
No, it has nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing. If it would take people out of the position to further the business,
which it will,
we're all for that.
It will.
It has the conversation had nothing to do with, do we think that it would take people out of the business? Because once you put in that perspective, once that conversation happens, then it's stamped. It's not even a conversation anymore.
Well, for some people it is, some people it's not. But I'm glad we're having it.
Oh yeah, but for this conversation, it's not, because we understand that at the end of the day, the business is the engine and the business is the number one priority, and all of that is entertaining to the entertainment aspect of the show.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, always business is more important than the entertainment and prioritizing what you think is important in your business?
I don't know, man. It's subjective, right? Because some guys rather lay up than be at work. So it's all subjective. We just the type of guys that understand.
No, most definitely. And having this and that's the thing. Like, this conversation is only for the kings and the layup people. We want them to tune in and be able to hear this type of conversations, like you said. So
while they laying up,
so it could change that.
While they laying up.
Period. So I
think it's dope
for sure.
And
for
it's
sure.
and it's entertainment business. At some point, you got to turn your entertainment into a business. So you got to really needle and thread it to the place that you want it to go. So when you present it to somebody, say, man, look, I got a dope product and I've taken the time to censor ourselves so you don't have to come back and say, hey, you know what? Y'all just say the word too much for us. It's a little too much.
Let's talk about something. Let me talk about something. Where's that guy? What's his name? Welvin the Gray, who used to say, "Where my bitches? Where my bitches?" Right? Have anybody seen him do anything? Right?
Well,
he got all this money. You get what I'm saying? He never cleaned himself up.
Yeah, he's ugly as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's different.
Right.
You know what I mean, his teeth is like
that's what I'm saying, right?
I think his teeth stopped him from.
Yeah.
So when you take control of what your gift is, he do got to get, like, this social media game is a gift. That's why I don't hate on him. You know what I'm saying? But you got to turn it into a business. And
I don't know if I'll say it's a gift. I think that's,
bro, like,
very
people
far.
acting silly and all that, bro. Like, man,
I think it's a door. Like, it's a door that, like, all right, cool.
What about DC Young Fly? What about him?
That's
funny.
A gift. He's funny.
Yeah.
Regardless if social media was there or not, he get in front of people. He's funny.
Right.
I was just watching him this morning. Like, I'm watching him at 9:00 in the morning laughing.
Right.
That's not Instagram. That was, you know what I'm saying? That he funny.
Right.
Now somebody that's far beyond. Oh my God.
He is not a funny stand-up comedian. He's a funny
just an
Instagram guy. Stand-up comedian, he is not funny.
Right. I didn't say on a stand-up level. I ain't gonna just limit him to, like, on some Instagram guy type. He's a personality. He could be on a podcast and be a personality, and that has nothing to do with Instagram.
Right.
That's a gift. Right. Somebody that could just be themselves, be silly, and you laughing, and you like, man, my day is low key better.
Because of you, yeah. And I would say it's more like social media is more, you could say, a skill, or because there's
definitely a skill.
Yeah, it's a
you got to know how to market it and do the whole lot.
Strategies that you can use.
It's a strategy for sure. It's a strategic for sure. Strategic is a must.
What else you want to talk about, Mr. Mill?
I'm gonna say this first. We're just gonna go off the fly and we're gonna stick right here in the social media because I read a post the other day and it simply said, "I was raised by OGs. Some of y'all are raised by IG." Now, in the era where, like, people take what they do and what they post on their Instagram so serious, do you think some people are taking it, like, too serious? Like, their Instagram at the end of the day is not real life. A lot of people are being raised and dictate their movement by the setting of their IG. Like, I can't post that. I need to, you know what I mean? Have you ever been in a position where it's like, I can't post that because of whatever the situation is?
But like we said, Instagram is real. It depends on, like, what you're doing it for, because Instagram is strategic. It could be strategic. And it could be, now, if you just being strategic about your lifestyle, about, like, posting which bikini
the content.
Content, you know what I'm saying? Now, it just depends on the level of content, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, for me personally, it's certain stuff that I won't post. Like, I'm not about to post no functions. I'm not about to post no stuff I do behind closed doors, period. Because mine is strategic. So, you know, and for me, mine is real life.
So not you. Your IG is real life?
Yeah. It's everything I do in real life.
I would argue most Instagrams are real life. That's just me portraying myself to everybody else. And I think where you get, like, hung up is it's over the phone. So it's not just me shaking your hand and saying, like, this is what I do and showing you pictures or whatever. It's like, or how you was explaining it last time we talked about this was like, it's people in Delaware that I'm contacting in California that I'm never going to meet. I'm never going to see them.
Right.
So it's almost like they're not real people, but they are. Like,
and I feel that when it's from a level of, like, what can you do with your Instagram? Yeah. Like, yeah, you can't go in. Like, it's a lot of people that's famous on Instagram and go into the grocery store and nobody knows you.
Right.
And you can't get nothing free. And you don't get no love or nothing.
Right.
So in that aspect, I feel you. But it's another aspect where, like, I'm known and I get love based on my Instagram. Like, you know, you see me on my Instagram and I've made it to where, like, you come up to me and talk to me. And then you see I'm solid. You got a business. You invite me to go do something with you. And then that's how Instagram is strategic. But
what I'm saying is, do you think Instagram is raising people? Like, because like I said, I was raised by OGs. And it was like real life lessons. But now a lot of people are being raised by Instagram.
Well, that's just, social media, period, is just a platform where people could say whatever it is that they think is right in their life. So, I believe it does kind of misconstrue the real message and the agenda of what should be being pushed. But it's the reality.
But
it's how the world is changing.
It's a lot of OGs that, like, that have Instagrams that be pushing real, like, OG stuff. That'd be like, I'm pretty sure you got an Instagram. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you be on there, like, pushing what you push, like the positivity for the kids, your whole movement, the whole nine.
I push a bunch of stuff on IG, man. I believe in being a well-rounded person,
Facts.
Like just being not too street, but not too square at the same time. Having that right mixture of being a man, and having sensitivity for a lady, so you don't scare her away.
Facts. Exactly.
That's what I believe in.
But you feel like that a lot of people get caught up in the world of Instagram. And
I think people are more focused on building the Instagram than building their real life. And like a lot of times you can get confused and having like you said, like once you got you got 20,000 people,
right?
And you sleeping on a mattress in the floor. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're obviously putting your efforts in the wrong direction. That's all I'm saying. Like, a lot of times people take the perception of looking and doing good from the gram, and when it translates into the real life, they really just couch potatoes. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a huge difference in today, and because there was a time where there was no Instagram, so whatever you did, whatever you were doing, you had to show and prove. Now you can just create a facade like the smoke and mirrors in 2018.
Right.
Everybody moving through a smoke and mirror, and you can't tell who is who.
Right.
When you look at somebody gram, it's like, oh, he really, really on. Wow.
Yeah, my homie got killed off of IG posting a picture with a Bentley key. You know what I'm saying? He got killed, like, just portraying a certain lifestyle he wasn't living. It was ridiculous.
And there's a lot of people out there portraying a lifestyle that they're not living for the gram. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of people are chasing the gram numbers and followers and likes and are doing their whole life like that. You know what I'm saying? And ain't no real substance, ain't no real life happening. Everything is for the gram. And you know what I'm saying? I think that's a problem when the youth are being raised up like that, because it's not real.
Right.
It's not real.
Right.
And you looking at somebody who is portraying and faking all of these images, because you could be anywhere. I could be walking by the Ritz-Carlton, decide I'm going to stop in, sit on the couch. You know what I'm saying?
Sit on the couch.
Yeah, give me a drink. Bam. I'm at the tag the Ritz. You know what I'm saying? Everybody looking like, wow, you at the Ritz. 3 nights in a row. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm at the Embassy Suites in the lobby, sneak to the pool, bam. Oh, people really doing that. Flossing, fronting.
Yeah, you're right.
You
Absolutely.
know what I mean?
Yep.
I still think that's fly, though.
That's fly?
That's fly.
That's not fly, bro.
What you mean?
I don't think that's fly at all.
What you mean?
All right, so let me tell y'all something. And I don't even know if I should put this on the air.
Speak on it.
Speak on it. You brought it up. You
all right, Mel. So you know I used to have a Maserati, right?
Yes.
So for my birthday, and I haven't posted these pictures ever, but I'm about to post them this year. And I can't even believe I'm putting this on the air. So I used to have a Mouzy, right? And I talked to my big cuz right there, and I said, hey, I'm finna get a Porsche for my birthday. You know what I'm saying? I just want it for a week, just chill out, run around in or whatever. I only felt comfortable getting that Porsche because I was finna hop back into a Maserati. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, that's the type of reality I live with myself. Like, I'm not finna go hop back in no Honda after stunting on the gram or Facebook for a whole week with a Porsche. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think that's the type of reality that we just, it's deficient in our lives, And I think it's because they don't have OGs to be like, yo, bro, that's clown. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's foolish, man.
At 18, if I was to rent a Porsche for a week and then hop back in a Honda, I think that's cool. I think that's okay.
Nah, bro.
I think that's okay.
Not like you portraying it if it's yours, though.
Yeah.
You
Like,
that's different.
Get what I'm saying?
got the Porsche.
You want to know how many calls my cousin got? Like, hey, cousin bought a Porsche?
That's different.
My cousin, like, we just chopping it up for the birthday. But they knew what I was in for real, though. Right, it was like, okay. And these is real Chicago. Like, it's a different code of ethics. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
All that, we'll call you. You fugazi, bro.
And at the end of the day, like, you only do it for the ladies. You know what I mean? So now at the end of the day, you're putting on this big old front and show to get chicks, and then come to find out you're not that guy.
See, I was with my chick in the Porsche, though. That's the difference, too. You know what I'm saying? She co-signed it. And then we rode to Laguna. And got addressed as if we live in Laguna, right? And that's the perception that we gave off for that whole week.
And perception is a great
What
thing.
you think about that, bro? Think that's lit?
That's fine.
Nah, yeah, that's lit.
All right.
Perception is a monster, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why recently I've been putting on the jacket with the tie. It's just a different like people just approach you different and say different things to you when you have on a tie. It's amazing to go to one place dressed as something and then come back with the tie and the jacket on.
Right.
And it's like people catch the vapors.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can get moved to the front of the line. Like, no, come on. You look like you got somewhere to go.
Right.
This is the only problem I have with the suit and tie with my pops. He becomes a different person in the suit and tie.
You're supposed to.
Feels different.
You're supposed to, though.
Feels different.
You see how I look right now, right?
different.
Compared to how I looked 2 days ago? You're supposed to, man. It's
Who
a
do I
time and a
become,
place
though?
for
Let
every
me
type
know.
of
Who do I
attire, every type of
become?
behavior.
That's who you become. You
It's
become
a time and a place.
Mellroz. Again, it's like, but Dad, I'm trying to talk to you. He's like, but
I
have on my tie. I have on my tie today.
You have to come correct.
I have on my tie today. I saw that today when he was getting dressed. I was like, oh, he's fitting on the suit. Okay. I can see what type of show this is going to be. Okay.
Yeah, bro.
He's going to try and
You killed me
conduct
on that
a
one.
professional
We
interview
podcast,
today.
Man, like, come on.
All right.
Come on, man.
I should at least had a
Everybody
polo.
came
You
in
gonna come
cool.
with
Everybody
that.
came in
Look,
cool.
everybody
Relax.
cool.
Relaxed
Smooth.
out, boy.
Smooth. Hey, look. I texted him last night. Like, hey, call me so we could talk about it. He didn't text me back. No, nothing. Just came with the straight suit, tie, the whole nine.
And what do you think he was going? He was going to try to conduct a professional interview today. That's what I was thinking. In
That's
the
not the truth. Like, so here's the thing. When I get dressed based on how I feel. So I could put on a suit and tie. Ain't got nothing to do with the people around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how I feel. And a lot of times when you're being royal, no, for real, when you're being royal in your fashion, sometimes you'll dumb down what you think you should be wearing based on how you think everybody else gonna come.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I don't want to kill him like this. Let me dumb it down for him. Like, I don't know if you ever felt like that. Like, oh, I'm just doing too much, and really, I'm just doing what I felt like doing today
that's
on a fashion level.
That's fashion.
Like, hey,
That's fashion.
take it how you want to take it, man.
That's fashion.
I'm gonna go and cut hair just like this. Not gonna take the jacket off. Where are you going? I'm here. Fool, I came to work.
The right people will follow though, and they'll step their game up though.
Know what I mean?
When they feel like it. You get what I'm saying?
Period.
Yeah.
But I have a question because on 3.5 Kings we've had this conversation a couple of times. Do you believe swagger is taught, or is it just like inherent? Is it something about you that makes you, as
Where did you
swaggy as
get your
are?
swag from? If you had to say, or if you were to say, where would you say your swag came from?
Your sense of style.
You, Brian.
Me,
Yeah.
my big cuz right there. That's him.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's him.
That was the blueprint.
Yeah, I told him this like on countless occasions. Like it's like you growing up, you're a little boy. You like, man, like his pants ain't off his. You get what I'm saying? Then when you grow older, you're like, okay, that's not respected with your pants hanging off your butt, right? So who was the guy around me that I most looked up to that didn't have his pants off his butt that still was fly to me? It was him right there.
So you believe swag is taught?
It's taught.
Yeah. That's what I always felt because we had this conversation, and one of the biggest things with our dynamic is he feels like his swag was just immaculate conception. He was born a virgin. His swag was born to a virgin.
This is my argument. My argument is, you know, some people have organic swag.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Do you know anything? Is that like far off?
Well, see, that's what I was about to say. Like,
Anybody
he didn't teach me, like, say, put this with this and that with that. Like,
right.
I just knew how to wear clothes.
So hold on. So would you therefore be able to say that that's like a form of sharpening? Like you got your swag sharpened?
Yeah.
But you had your own swag.
Right.
Right.
Right. Like, he don't tell me what to wear. I wear what I want to wear.
Wait. Immaculate conception,
Absolutely,
huh? Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah, 1,000%.
I mean, I think the only difference is I would always argue this. I was pouring into your sponge before you knew it was a sponge and what was happening was being poured into you. Like, you didn't even know the lessons and the things that were being put before you. Like, you had no idea. And two, like, sometimes when I get the opportunity, I'm going to bring back the picture speak 1,000 words. I could show you
how he used to dress you.
Yeah. Like how I used to dress you. I dressed you.
No, bro, that's real though. Man.
When?
No, when you go back in time, though, you're going to have to pay homage, bro, because I believe him.
No.
I'm going to bring the pictures. That's all I'm saying.
No, listen.
I believe
bro. I'm going to bring the pictures.
Listen. That's another scenario. Like, that's another scenario. When? You know what I'm saying? I got pictures of, like...
I don't know, bro. Because I go back and I look at mom.
I would have to give you the scenario for you to be like,
bro,
okay.
I'm going to take you back to when you were 7, 6, 5. These are all of the most important and crucial times in your mental and fashion development. How you start dressing a kid as a kid is going to translate to how they dress as an adult.
Bro,
that's what I believe.
Oshkosh down, Carl Kanai, bro. My mama I had full suits on, bro. Like crazy.
See, I remember my mama putting me in this stuff. My mama, because my mama and my daddy had their own relationship.
Bro, your mom dressed you like a
They
lame.
had their own relationship.
So look,
you're not hearing me. Your mom dressed you like a lame.
You're gonna have to see it then.
Hell, I got the picture where
pull up a picture where your mom swagged you out.
And I would say,
what you mean my mom swagged?
Pull it up a picture.
Yeah, just pull it up.
Pull it up.
Like facts, man. Just present facts.
Bro, are you kidding me right now?
Let me see.
Are you kidding me right now?
What you?
Look at the kicks you got on, bro.
Oh yeah,
I can call those right now. Where did you get those kicks?
He said
bro?
that don't go.
That don't go with
you
that.
You gave me the kicks,
bro. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You were taking bits and pieces, and look, trying to put it together. That's how your mom dressed you?
No,
shame on her.
This is what I'm saying. This was my personal swag. I was a cardigan polo type cat.
Where'd you come on, bro? I was the cardigan guy. What are you saying?
I will say that when I was in middle school, I took all my polos from Pops.
Come on, man.
But
all the cardigans, those were mine. What are you talking about? The shoes you had on, those were mine.
No, I would say you definitely gave me the Polo Jones, but I'm not going. I just feel that I do have my own personal swag.
And you were like 14 on that picture, bro.
Whatever 10th grade was.
So I want to see the stuff before that.
I'm gonna have to take you all the way back.
Yeah,
man.
take them all the way back.
And too, like.
That's that crazy. Pull up a picture. Like, look at this one. Okay, look at it.
No, yeah, you did
my garments, man.
You gave me the kicks, cool, but I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying. I feel like I have my own personal organic swag, and it just is what it is. Okay. I feel like you did sharpen me. I always gave you that. You sharpened my swag for sure, but you feel me? I just believe some cats can have organic swag.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm not
real.
saying that, you feel me, I ain't take from you or whatever the case may be. I always give you that. I don't know why.
I don't know, man. Like Chicago dudes just know how to dress, period. Like, I don't know. I think, Chicago, Detroit, like, we known for dressing. Like, that's just what it is.
I will give you that.
You go to any type of event, concert, whatever you want to call it. Everybody in there going to be, man, even the woman going to be on point with her dude. That's just how it go.
Let me ask you this, B.
What up?
We were talking last week about relationships. And do you think it's appropriate for your lady to have a male best friend?
Yeah. I think it's cool.
It's cool?
Yep, I think it's cool. I'm actually speaking on a relationship panel discussion at the Black Women's Rock Conference on Friday, as a matter of fact.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to be on the panel, and I just wrapped up a Ready Women's Weekend conference where I was the co-host. I mediated the entire discussion. 30 successful black women got sent into this world with a better understanding of men.
Talk on that.
So basically, like I said, these were 30 successful black women. Shout out to y'all. And I think the most important question that they asked, them just being in the type of position that they were, what is most important in a female companion for a male? And, you know, because of what I said prior to that, they just wanted to hear what I had to say. Right. And I just said friendship, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real simple. Like, guys are more simple. You know, you guys want to lead with all this what you have stuff. You know what I'm saying? And, like, for a male, like a real guy like us, that don't validate us. Like, bro, what's up in here? Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I could be as big as I want out here, male. If you didn't respect who I was in here, bro, I wouldn't be here. You wouldn't have said, oh, yeah, take my son with you. You get what I'm saying? Because what am I spewing out to these kids, right? Where your son's going to be a part of this. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, and that's what I just told them. And afterwards, they walked up to me and they said, oh, man, you did a hell of a job, blah, blah, blah. But then I asked them, I said, what did you learn about yourself? Mm-hmm. And they said, I just need to relax. I just need to chill. Everything going to come. I said, exactly. Take your time. Like, let's build this foundation.
What do you think is the most important element in the relationship between man and lady? Like,
just in general or on a relationship standpoint?
In general.
In general. Respect. Feel me? Respect.
Which comes with friendship.
Which, of course, comes with friendship, but I think the most important thing is respect, and for me to understand your boundaries and your, you know, how you carry yourself and how you conduct yourself, so I can treat you and deal with you accordingly. Because I think a lot of times too, like, you take a shorty that's kind of like loose for a term, and and you give her respect.
Like, she don't deserve it though.
But you don't even get respect back. Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, you try to be on some cool stuff, and it's like, you're lame. Like, hold on, you're weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you kind of got to, it's respect, and sometimes you got to be able to decipher, like, you know what I'm saying, how to respect this person.
I mean, I think the most important thing would be, like you said, respect, but then respecting the negotiable and non-negotiable aspects of what you want in a relationship. Like, that's something I found out about myself, that I'm willing to negotiate things that I know I don't want to, just to make shit, like, to make it smooth.
Compromise.
Just to make it, just because I really don't like conflict. I really don't.
So you would rather...
I would rather just go, all right.
But you don't think that's going to affect you in the long run? Because at some point, that's going to really start to bother you in a real way. Like, you know what? I never really liked that.
You're not being yourself.
Yeah. I never really liked that.
Right.
And although I said it was cool because I didn't want to have conflict, but now a month later, 2 months later, this is really starting to bother me.
Right.
Yeah. And I said that's what I was learning. Like, after the relationship I've been in and everything, I realized that that's something that I keep doing. I keep negotiating things that I do not want to negotiate at all.
So. Back to your original question about your significant other having a male friend. Yeah. I think it's cool. I mean, I only say it's cool because I don't live by a double standard. I have a girl best friend. Shout out to Jetta Franklin. It's my girl best friend. You know, the last woman I dealt with, she knew about her. And then eventually she was like, I need to meet her. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, this is my friend. So you can meet her. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. I think it's clown shit when dudes come around, they bring a chick around that they done dealt
with.
Smashing currently or formerly. You get what I'm saying? And, you know, play it like it's bro and sis, like, because that's not it right there, bro.
Thank you.
That's clown shit to me.
Thank you.
And it also makes your woman on edge even more. Like, who else you got in the closet?
Thank you.
You know?
Would it be a situation to say, you know what, this is my friend now, but in, say, 10 years ago, we actually did cross the line. Big mistake. From there, we have been coochie cool ever since. It is nothing like that.
Coochie cool?
Coochie cool.
Never heard that phrase.
Don't say that.
That's not
Baby, we been coochie cool. You feel me?
That's a phrase right nothing
going.
We cool. We cool. We solid.
Your coochie solid. On your mind.
You
what?
Know, if you give this disclosure, up early,
Like, yeah, we did cross the line. It was 10 years ago. Since then, it's never been anything like that. We just maintained a good friendship and found out that we were going in the wrong direction and what we thought was some chemistry. But really, it's a friendship thing, and we just been really good friends ever since. But there was a time where we did smash.
But you got to take in a realistic scenario. That conversation isn't going to happen until months in. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be right off the dribble like, hey, baby, you cute and all that. And before I get your number, I just want to let you know that I do got a best friend that 10 years ago. It's going to be like, it's going to be like 5 months in, so it's not going to be off the dribble.
Wherever it comes a point where you have to meet my best friend and we're in the same situation, like, okay, here's the details about what's happening because you need to hear it here first.
This should happen before they meet.
Yeah.
Because if she's not, you know, in agreement with that, then that meeting can't happen.
Yeah, and you probably like that's still gonna be my friend. But y'all just shouldn't be around.
Yeah,
each
y'all
other.
just can't. But
be what about you though? So what if your girl proposed that to you and said like, you know, I do got it because you got a female best friend, and she's like, you know, I got a male best friend, but it wasn't time for y'all to meet yet. Now once it's time for y'all to meet, she's like, hold on, real quick before y'all meet, before we go over there, let me just give you the rundown.
Right.
Woo, woo. Now, how do you feel that she smashed her best friend? That they smooth now. But it was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I mean, no lie. Just, you know, me, I'm going to be like, what? Like, what you talking about? You know what I'm saying? But if they're really best friends, you know, and I feel that he's an asset, you know? Like, not just like a person, like he's an asset, you know, like. Yeah,
I can see the reason behind y'all maintaining a friendship.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can see how this is beneficial.
Bro, because I don't take the word friend loosely. You get what I'm saying? Everybody that's a friend to me, I hold them accountable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And we got real genuine love for each other.
Right. What you holding your hands up, bro?
Because that's what I was saying last. Everybody like, nah, bro. It's bad. I can't
That's
do that.
That's because that was a year ago.
That's the difference. That's not what you're talking about. I'm saying that if I was in this situation, my girl, she proposed that to me, I would understand. Like, I would think that one, I'm dealing with a girl that's solid enough to have somebody in her life that she's holding in her life at such a high level because they're they're an asset, as you said. They're not just some person.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
He just put it into words better than I could.
We're friends for no reason. Like,
I mean, for me, it would just have to be the time. The time. It don't matter about that. It would just be the time. Like 10 years, all right. 5 years.
You care about the time? Okay.
Yeah, 5 years. I'm gonna have to think.
Bro, come on, stop it, man.
3 years. I'm Kool-Aid.
I'm Kool-Aid. Yeah.
And then too,
a year. Eject those.
That goes into the discussion we had at the shop. Go ahead, Mel.
No, I was saying like all this time we were talking about female best friends, and I failed to realize that I do have a female best friend type who is so friend sister that I didn't even consider her in the conversation. Like, we lived together for 2 years and never had any kind of, situation. Like, there was a time where I would say, I might be leaving. I had to call my lady, like, I need to take Kamira home. It's 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. She's like, okay, good. Or, it's not a problem.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
yeah.
I do have a female best friend.
Yeah.
Shout out to the female best friends out there.
Yeah, because
her show was after this.
But that also goes to what we were talking about in the shop about the news. Like, should you feel away if your girl got a bunch of news? Like, everybody got news.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Right? Because remember, dude was trying to tell you some craziness. And I'm like, bro, listen. If she had a boyfriend before you, she got nudes out here. It is what it is. Let's stop making this a big deal.
Yeah. And a lot of times, and that's the thing I was going to say about relationships. I think what I'm starting to learn is the most important element is honesty. Right. Like, if you could be honest about what's going on, that takes all of the sting out of something. Like, you might, all right, it might feel a certain kind of way, but at the end of the day, like, the truth is far less
damaging
than a lie. You know what I'm saying? And for me personally, I've been a liar in many relationships. Like, I didn't deal in truth. I dealt in the fantasy. And now that I'm in a situation where I'm being honest and I'm seeing an honest return, it feels much better. And like, it makes things that you said, I would never accept this, or I would never do this, or whatever it is. But when you put it on the table, like, this is what it is.
Right.
It makes it like, okay, I can really process and deal with this a lot better than how I used to go about it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's false and fake. You know what I mean? And when you be real with somebody and somebody's real with you, that's what leads to a great friendship and mutual respect. Absolutely. It starts with being completely transparent and honest.
So my last relationship, man, y'all finna freak out, man, right? I met her right down the street, Crenshaw Car Wash or whatever, and I'm telling her, you know, I'm not like...
Is she working there?
No, hell no. She's getting a car wash, right? So we talking about, you know, what we do, who we are, this kind of stuff, right? She was like, man, you sound too good to be true. Like, who you dealing with right now? Like, what's your situation? I said, man, I got an ex, you know, that I deal with whenever, you know, we want to deal with each other. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? And this was right off the bat, like the first conversation. You get what I'm saying? Bro, that was the most fruitful friendship ever. Like, I know y'all like, oh, no, you ain't supposed to say that till later on. Hell no. You ask me who I'm dealing with, I'm telling you who I'm dealing with. It's your decision, sweetheart. And
that's really what I believe in, is to like, this is my program. This is how I am, and I'm gonna give you the conscious decision to either fuck with me or not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So you can wholeheartedly fuck with me, and at the end of the day, when you run outside the program, I can say, hey, you run outside the program. Or when I'm outside your program, you can say, hey, you outside. And I could say, this is the part of the program I ain't feeling. So we could talk about it or whatever the decision I'm going to make. But at the end of the day, we have to make conscious decisions. Right. You know what I'm saying? And whatever I believe in or whatever I think or however I am, I gotta convey that to you and make sure you understand that. So you ain't thinking you with just some suave, and then I come out to be some like, hey, get over here. Mama, I don't know how I ended up with this man. He beating on me. Y'all saying. So, you know what I mean?
And actually, I came up when I was in, I think I was a junior in high school. I came up with this analogy when I would talk to girls. I'd be like, look, dating me is like going on a college tour.
On a college tour?
On a college tour. Like, you go visit a college, and you like, you know, they show you the stadium, and then they show you all the big classrooms. They show you the dorms. You like, oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Like, I cannot wait to be. And then they take you in the back, and then they show you the tuition fee. They be like, you see this, So I don't know if you need help paying for this or how you want to do it, but this is what it's gonna cost. And usually they already got you by then. You like, I saw the stadium, and I saw all I saw the jerseys.
So I'm gonna take the loans.
I'm gonna take the loan. I'm gonna take the loan, and I'm gonna deal with them. And it never failed me. Like, that was just me being upfront about it.
It's gonna cost her or gonna cost you?
It's gonna cost her. It's not gonna cost me anything. I'm still at college.
You're the guy. You got to give out. You ain't never gave nobody a scholarship.
No, bro is a steak daddy.
I gave out a scholarship.
He's a steak daddy for sure.
You a steak daddy?
Yeah.
So you gave out scholarships.
I gave out a scholarship.
So you didn't took him. So on the tour, you wined and dined him. Took him, gave him the steak.
Like, I'm talking about top prospects, though. You feel me? You want
okay, thank God he's separated.
Top prospects.
Come on, man.
Discernment.
Like,
you want these people at your school. All right. Let me show you.
Are you a real Pete Carroll? Okay.
Call him a Pete Carroll.
Yeah, real Pete Carroll.
All right, check this out. I think that we need to shout out the brand ICPT.
Shout out ICPT.
Tell us about that. What does that mean? Break down the acronym and all that.
Iconic Moves, Powerful Transitions, ICPT. We are an apparel brand, so it's not just your normal T-shirts and hoodies. You got like coffee mugs. We got shower curtains now. Shout out to the shower curtain, my boy Judy. Man, we about to take over, man, honestly. It's a vision that I started back in I want to say 2010, man. I could get into the story of how I came up with it. It's so hilarious, but, I won't get into that. And I could just look back at all the interviews and podcasts that I was doing before podcasts even existed, right? And I could hear myself shouting ICPT and nobody just even paying attention to it. And now it's like a fully functioning.
Now you got shower curtains?
Yeah, we got shower curtains,
you said
bro.
A shower curtain.
Yes, sir. So we are an umbrella for the youth, both now and in the future, to become a part of. When I listen to kids talk about why they join gangs and all these different type of affiliations, like they say, it's somebody to care for me, right? So I'm just creating an alternative for gang life. That's what it's all about, man. I'm not the face of ICPT. All the kids that you will be seeing in the future are the faces of ICPT.
So a lot of times when these kids are joining the gangs and in the scenario, it's not really I'm on some dumb shit.
Right, no. It's the lack of love at home, lack of parental guidance, lack of unconditional love.
Right.
Larry Hoover, man, the big fella. He formed the Gangster Disciples off of displaying love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why they really shut him down. Like, he spread a lot of love and they gave a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? They gave a lot of love. When you know how to receive love, you can give it.
So where do you think the disconnect from the OGs to now, like from where it was at a point where like we giving love and all that, and now I feel like everybody just assumes that they on some young dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Now within the gangs and within the that scenario.
Well, the disconnect is within the times. Like, we know, like, the 80s were not the 90s. The 90s are not the 2000s. 2000s are not where we at right now. Right? So all of that had to change and transition. Some of these people never transitioned along to stay in tune with what's going on and how to figure it out. There is a way to solve this violence in Chicago.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. They just don't want to do it because it's too easy.
Yeah. We got a caller real quick, man. We're going to wrap this up with a call. We got a couple minutes left. Caller, you on air with the 3.5 Kings. What's cracking?
3.5 Kings. How you guys doing today?
Pretty good,
great.
yourself?
Very well.
Hey, man. My name is Ron Dillinger. I'm actually a broadcaster on Sports Collective TV there on Monday, so I'll be in the studio in a couple hours.
No doubt.
So I'm watching the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm listening to the conversation about the gang members and how they join in, and one of the gentlemen mentioned the lack of love and how it starts in the home, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And so one thing that I've learned, I served in the military 24 years. And
Happy Veterans Day.
5 years. Oh, man, thank you.
Thank you for your service.
And so, there is no manual to be a parent. I got 3 daughters. And what I wanted to share was that what's kind of missing is, as human beings, as people, we want to be included. It's all about inclusion. So
right.
You're correct. In that home environment, as a little person, we don't think that our family is the way that we think they should be. So there's a disconnect between the mom and the son, and there's a disconnect between the son and the dad. And then all of a sudden we have these views of life, and this is not where I want to be in my house. I wish my house was like the Cosby Show,
right,
or something like that. And so we use inclusion and exclude as punishment. Sometimes if you was a kid that got put in the corner, go stand in the corner, that's like the worst thing you could do to a human being,
right,
is exclude them.
Right.
And so you go through that, in your younger years and get up into your teenage years, and then you start to want to be included, then you go to the gangs, or you join the service, or you join groups.
Right.
And so it just depends on what's going on in the mindset of that person, is what area of they're going to go to, or that's going to be drawn to. And some are drawn to gangs, some are drawn to clubs or basketball teams or whatever. So it's important that we...
And also the lack of funding from the government, where these kids have the resources and outlets available to them, such as Boys and Girls Clubs, after-school programs, and affiliations like myself, Iconic Moves, Powerful Transitions.
Yeah. Yeah, so all that financial pieces, all of it plays a part, but it still starts, like the young gentleman said, is in the house, man. And if the parents don't understand how to catch that and how to correct that with that child, that natural break is going to be the decision that the child makes, and we all make them.
And no, I was just going to say, man, we are running out of time, man. We want to thank you for calling in, good brother.
Thank you.
Hey, for real, thank you.
No doubt,
absolutely.
Man. Hey, keep tuning in to the 3.5 Kings. Sadly, but undeniably, we have come to an end of this hour podcast. It was a great conversation, man. I want to thank you personally, man, for taking out the time and come rocking with us. 2, taking care of my son this past weekend, showing him something, teaching him something.
And paying him. Pay your people, guys.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't get my cut. Hold up.
No problem.
No doubt. Hey, 3.5 Kings each and every Monday. Mellroz Uncut. Brian.
Real quick. Shout out Dr. Donald Brunner. We seen him at the old school concert yesterday, man. He's the manager for me, Chalet, Shanice, and Adina Howard for recognizing the brand on my cousin, Iconic Moves, Powerful Transitions.
No doubt. Hey, tune in next Monday, 10:30.
See y'all later.
Yep.
100.
flow, motherfucker. We are ready to burn this motherfucker down. We are ready to burn it.